idam te na tapaskaya na bhaktaya kadachana na cha shushru shave vachyam na cha mamyo abhyasuyati. Hello friends, this is the 57th shlok of the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and today we will understand this shlok in detail. So let's first go over its meaning. So the shlok says, idam te na tapaskaya, which means this you, not for the one who does not do penance, na bhaktaya kadachana, which means not for the one who does not do devotion, na cha shushru shave vachyam, which means and not for the one who does not hear, speak, na cha mam yo abhyasuyati, which means and not for the one who hates me. So after summarizing his teachings, Shri Krishna is now telling Arjun to not impart this knowledge to those who do not do penance, not to also impart this knowledge to those who do not perform devotion. He further says that neither should this knowledge be given to those who do not want to hear such knowledge, and this knowledge should definitely not be given to those who hate Sri Krishna. So oftentimes people attack Hinduism by saying that, oh, in Hinduism knowledge was deliberately kept away from the lower sections of the society, and look over here, Sri Krishna is also saying the same thing. But you know, from this statement of Sri Krishna, you can provide the answer to the objection that why the knowledge was kept away from certain parts of the society. So the knowledge that Sri Krishna has imparted over here is a very deep knowledge, and one cannot understand this knowledge right away. You know, just as in mathematics, one can only understand the mathematics by practicing mathematical problems. Similarly, for spiritual knowledge also, one can only understand it when one practices faith, devotion and austerity. Without performing faith, devotion and austerity, one can not understand the true meaning of these teachings, and therefore might end up misrepresenting it. And this misrepresentation can be very dangerous for the society, as it can lead to the downfall. We have already seen this happen in the Hindu civilization in the past, wherein the ideas such as Swadharma, Varna, Niyat Karma, etc. were misunderstood, and this led to the downfall of our society, as this led to a society which became very restrictive in the birth-based caste system. And then there were also people who used to leave very good people who used to leave society and just go into forest and do nothing. So these kind of bad practices led to the downfall of the society. So when these understandings, these teachings are understood in the wrong manner, they can lead to the downfall of the society. So while it is great to be liberal in terms of spreading this knowledge, we have to understand that we have to be cautious also, not to let this knowledge be hijacked by ignorant people, because if this knowledge gets hijacked by the ignorant people, they will bring this knowledge down to their level of ignorance, and in that way they will destroy this knowledge. So just as in the modern times one has to pass an entrance examination to get into a college which is reputed, similarly Sri Krishna is suggesting that a minimum qualification for an individual is needed to whom this knowledge should be imparted, and so you should be mindful of that. Now of course, in the modern times one cannot hide this knowledge from ignorant people, as knowledge is now become very, very cheap. It can be imparted through all different medias. So when other traditions are imparting their knowledge, then it becomes imperative that the Indian tradition should also impart the knowledge freely. But still, one thing we must all be very mindful of is to not force this knowledge onto anybody who lacks respect for this, because by forcing this knowledge on them, we end up offending the Lord himself. In the previous shlok, in the previous two shloks actually, Sri Krishna was telling Arjun to only worship him and not worry about anybody else. So if we ask somebody who does not have faith in Sri Krishna to do this only, that only worship Sri Krishna, don't you think that person will start to then say, oh, Sri Krishna is such a snob, he only wants to be worshipped, and why is he thinking himself to be so superior? I mean, he doesn't understand the true significance of Sri Krishna, and he will basically end up offending Sri Krishna, and in that way it will be an insult to Sri Krishna, and it will also make that ignorant person more offensive. So we should also avoid that. So there are a lot of implications when this knowledge is provided to ignorant people who are not interested in it. So while this knowledge cannot be hidden now, it has to be freely propagated on the media platforms, but we should not force this on people. We should not try to force it on it. So it should be kept in mind when a knowledge is imparted to an ignorant person, it leads to the downfall of the knowledge, because that ignorant person is not able to understand that higher knowledge and brings that higher knowledge down to his own lower level. So downfall of the knowledge happens when the knowledge is forcefully imparted on a person who is not worthy of getting that knowledge, and that is what Shri Krishna is saying over here. So I hope that I have explained this shlok well to you. With that, I'll close this video. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.